Narrator. In fact, it absolutely could be. However, we'll continue.
Hold it! Did you draw this picture right after the incident?
I think I drew it 2 or 3 days later.
Oh, that's a long time. That's a long time.
At first, I was in such a state of shock that I couldn't do anything.
During that time, the investigation team was reorganized. Detective Goodman was placed in charge, under the direction of Damon Gant and Lana Skye.
I see.
2 or 3 days later. The memory should have still been fresh in her mind. I don't know. Trauma's a crazy thing.
Trauma is very funny in the way it works.
Excuse me, witness, but can you please tell us why this picture is painted all black?
Because she had no idea who it was.
What was the flash of lightning? She could only make out.
No, I know,
the
but what that
shadow.
means is that those silhouettes could be anybody.
Exactly.
Yeah, and the one on the left is Damon Gant. We know
Yeah,
this.
yeah. So at the time, you didn't even know it was Mr. Marshall come to rescue?
No, I couldn't see him clearly. The lightning was so bright, and I was knocked to the floor.
You were knocked to the floor?
Dark had a tight grip on me, but when Mr. Marshall jumped on him, I was knocked away. I turned around, and that's when the lightning flashed.
Poor Emma. I'm just glad she wasn't hurt. You mean you didn't see the actual murder take place?
No, I'm sorry.
Objection. The flash of lightning only drove off the darkness for a split second. Not only that, but the trauma of the situation understandably caused the witness to faint. Hap, do we really need to torture this girl any further?
This is how we get our answers.
What? Hey, I'm not the bad guy here.
Anyway, this picture.
Bruce, damn, sorry for asking so many times, but aren't you sure you drew exactly what you saw?
Of course! This is the exact scene!
It wasn't influenced in any way from your talks with the detectives?
Objection.
I mean,
Tap.
that's a valid question.
Are you insinuating we somehow manipulated her memory, Mr. Wright?
No, I'm insinuating that Gant
No,
manipulated her memory.
of course not. I'd better watch out or he might find some way to cut my salary.
No bonuses for you, Phoenix.
I'm not paid by you this time.
Not that type of payment.
Oh. This is not the time, Edgeworth. Later.
I drew this picture before I heard anything from the detectives, so I don't think anyone's story would have influenced me.
Luminol, spritz.
Mr.
Whoa!
Wright, is there something that's bothering you about this picture?
Huh? Well, that's strange. She claims this is exactly the scene that was imprinted in her mind. And yet, there's clearly a contradiction here. I don't know what's the contradiction.
Can we examine the picture? It has to do with...
It's a contradiction. Could this be something besides the blue badger? Is this
Yeah,
the
I was trying to
vase?
think about that. I think it might be the vase, yeah.
That could be the vase. Wait, hold on. Why is the weapon being held not blacked out?
That's a good question.
The thing he's holding.
Yeah.
Why
I also
is
don't know
that
that.
fully white?
Maybe because it reflected the light.
Maybe. But my
Do you
thing
think
is
that
that it
got
looks
confused?
like she framed it in a window, right? You see the top on the
Yeah.
right side. So what is this thing that's above them that's pointing to the left? It looks like the blue badger, but I think she drew it because the whole thing looks like one picture. So what is it?
Yeah.
So it's the blue badger but sideways.
Mm.
What about that is weird?
A heinous amount of indecision laid down.
I don't know, but I feel like that's where we're going here.
I have no idea what the hell.
Oh
that
yeah,
thing
no,
is.
it's all one picture.
Maybe that is actually just the blue badger, but it's trying to block the fact that it's a window.
Oh, or it's trying to block something else that was there and they drew over it. It's hiding something. What could it be
Okay.
hiding? The vase. I think it's the vase. I don't know. Because it kind of could be that shape.
Well, it should be the vase because it was missing the piece, right?
Several hours later.
It's something about, like, we couldn't... we don't know who's who. Like, there's no way to know who is who in this entire thing.
Yeah,
Right.
it's just
Like,
shadows.
it's gotta be
There's no
something about
defining
that.
figures.
But it's what do we show and how do we show it? Because this gives me blue badgery vibes, right?
It has the shape.
Like someone was throwing the vase at the time that she, like, saw everything.
An embarrassing amount of time later.
Being stabbed in the back? This is from the front? That
Oh.
sounds like the contradiction, right?
Okay.
He was stabbed in the back.
Yeah.
The drawing
that's
seems
showing a
like it was
frontal
stabbed in the
attack.
Yeah,
front, actually.
stabbed in the back. The drawing looks
Yeah,
like
yeah.
he's stabbing in the front. I
Present,
think this is
present.
it. The picture
Present.
shows exactly what I saw in that
Yeah.
instant. Okay, you to present. Objection! Yeah! Tap! I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but this picture the witness drew contains a blatant contradiction.
What? But I still remember it just like it was yesterday.
Mr. Wright, perhaps it would be faster if you simply pointed out this contradiction for us. What part of this picture contradicts the autopsy report? There we go.
I don't know what I'm supposed to point at though. Like him?
I agree.
Like I would point at him.
I would
on
do
the
him,
right.
the front of him. The front of him is what I would do.
Yeah.
Tab. I think it's this part here.
No,
Nope,
that's
that wasn't
not
it.
I don't see what's so strange about that.
That's because the drawing stinks.
Ah! Rude! Mr. Wright, how could you?
The act of making an innocent girl cry
Oh my
should
God.
warrant the death penalty.
He made me lose health that time. Jesus. I guess he means
Oh my god.
shouldn't shift the blame onto others.
Yes, well, so long as the defense has learned his lesson.
I'd better take another look at that autopsy report and this picture.
Mr. Wright, perhaps it would be faster if you simply pointed out this contradiction for us. I already asked this.
Okay, I don't know where to point.
Look at the autopsy report one more time.
I can't. I literally can't.
Oh,
I am
fools.
It
stuck
won't
in
let
here
you.
until I point it
Oh.
out.
Yeah. Try, okay. Try pointing to the weapon, maybe?
The weapon? Okay.
I could be
Um,
bugging,
Okay.
I'm wondering.
but are the shoes supposed to be heels? Or is that just like the sketchy design?
I think it's just a sketchy design.
Okay.
We're not allowed
I
to
go
point out the
back? Can I-
drawings thing.
I'm curious if maybe we did it wrong and it just won't tell me and it'll keep doing this until I lose health and I don't want to do that.
No, I don't think you did it wrong. I think you're on the right track.
Okay. Oh,
Yeah,
oh,
music
you were right.
stopped.
The knife. Okay. The contradiction, of course, lies here. Take a look at the knife the man is holding. If you look closely, you can see the tip of it is broken. That's
I didn't see that at all.
That's what I'm supposed to get out of this. That's what I'm
okay,
supposed
sure.
to get out of this. That's
Sure, why the hell
that's
not?
what I'm supposed to get out of this.
That's
I'm-
not what I got out of that.
That's what I'm supposed to get out of this. What? 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 What?
Don't go turnabout samurai on us.
What?
Your Honor, it seems if you look at the defense's arguments, you
The
see that they're
defense?
broken.
Uh,
Yes.
Even I don't have to look closely to see that, Mr. Wright.
What? What? I know we joked about it being a piece of chalk, but are you?
Keep going.
Joke.
Keep going. I
Just-
need
just
to
keep
understand
going.
more.
But
Keep
Mr.
going.
Wright, look at the evidence. See the murder weapon? Its tip is broken too.
If I recall, the tip of the knife was found broken off in the victim's body.
It was the conclusive piece of evidence that proved Joe Dark was the murderer.
Oh, no. I'm afraid it's not that simple, Emma.
Objection. Tap. And where? Pray tell. Could you possibly see a problem?
It's obvious, really. The victim suffered a single stab wound to the back. Tap. If the victim was only stabbed once, then the murder weapon should be not yet broken.
Oh! What's the meaning of this?
Objection. Tap. Perhaps the
No,
knife was
seriously,
broken
what's the meaning
beforehand.
of this?
Objection! Sorry, but I'm afraid that's not possible. The tip of the knife was found inside the victim's body. Tap. If it was broken beforehand, it couldn't possibly wind up there.
The man must have eaten the knife tip, and then the knife was stabbed just right next to it. It's the only tap. The tip of the knife
Okay.
was undeniably discovered within the victim's body. The only possible explanation is that the witness's memory is mistaken.
Objection! That's why I asked her so many times if she was sure she remembered correctly. I believe you were annoyed at the time, but she was sure she remembered correctly.
Confidence means nothing. There's no other way to explain this inconsistency.
Objection! Not so fast, Mr. Edgeworth. There is another explanation. Have you forgotten already? About a little something called falsified evidence?
You're treading on thin ice, right?
All I'm saying is that this broken knife tip might be the piece of evidence that was forged. You can't deny the possibility.
No.
Order, order, order! Are you saying the investigation really was corrupted?
Your Honor, please allow me to once again go over the events that took place on the day of the murder.
Please.
The police department and the prosecutor's office were holding a ceremony that day. After receiving the King of Prosecutors Award at the ceremony, Neil Marshall questioned Joe Dark along with Damon Gant. During his questioning, Joe Dark fled the room. Prosecutor Marshall chased after him and was killed by Dark. It is my belief that somewhere in this story, there is a lie.
I'm not lying. The man really was holding up a broken knife.
I don't think it's you, Emma.
If that's true, then there's no other way around it. This could not have been the actual murder weapon.
Oh.
Oh boy.
There must have been another broken knife.
What are the chances of there being 2 broken knives?
Good
Well,
enough.
constantly pretty good.
Another broken knife besides Joe Dark's. It's the knife on the King of Prosecutors trophy?
Yes, it is.
I think so.
I know so.
Could there have been one? There is another one. If the witness is adamant about the accuracy of what she says, it can't just be explained away by a simple observational error.
Narrator.
In fact, it absolutely could be. However, we'll continue.
Mr. Wright.
Tap! In that instant, Emma really did see a broken knife.
I assume then that you have some information about this other broken knife. If so, please feel free to enlighten us.
The murder weapon was already broken prior to the murder. There's only one way. Take a look at this. Here's the real murder weapon. This?
Do it.
I'm gonna do it. Take that!
If anything's broken here, it's you.
Music stopped though. Huh?
I'm sure this must be all very amusing to you, Mr. Wright.
No! What?
That was not it!
That was not it? Sorry, Your Honor. Please give me another chance. The murder weapon was already broken prior to the murder. There's only one way. Take a look at this. The actual real murder weapon. I don't know what it is.
The vase.
And that's
It
not
was
what he was
broken.
holding up, though.
I mean, it was broken. That's the only thing I can think of.
Oh, don't do the vase.
What do you think, Dylan?
Alright, don't do the vase.
Well, listen, it could be the vase. But, like, it doesn't look like
What if we
was
put
being
the
held in the image.
picture with the image instead of the actual trophy?
But there's no knife on that image.
No, the
so how
knife.
does that help?
It's the thing. So we want it to be this thing on the prosecutor's trophy. That's here. This thing right here. This is what it is. Now we did the prosecutor trophy,
Oh, okay.
but it said no. But maybe because it didn't
Yeah.
have it on it, let's present the
Okay,
picture.
try it.
Alright, give it a try.
Take that. The answer lies in the past. 2 years in the past. Right here, inside this picture. Yeah.
Okay.
This is a picture of the award ceremony. Ah!
What is it, Mr. Edgeworth?
It's the broken murder weapon.
Damn. Notice the award Prosecutor Marshall is holding.
That's a broken knife.
Tap. As we earlier concluded, the knife in the drawing was not Joe Dark's knife. That being the case, the knife the witness saw was in all likelihood from this award.
Order! Order! Order!
Neil Marshall was awarded King of Prosecutors that day. As an award, he was given this broken shield and knife. When he chased after Joe Dark, he pulled out this knife. That's a bad trophy design, not gonna lie. Why can't I just rip it
Yeah.
apart like that? I don't know.
That's
Being a
terrible
prosecutor,
design.
he did not carry a pistol. This broken knife was the only weapon he had in this dangerous situation. So that means Neil Marshall was the one up top, and then Joe Dark was the one on the bottom, and then that's when Gant came in.
Objection. But that can't be.
Oh, and why not, Mr. Edgeworth?
Because if the King of Prosecutors' award knife was the murder weapon, then the murderer and the victim would be reversed.
What do you mean?
Pap, I mean, the man raising a knife would have been Prosecutor Neil Marshall.
High five, Edgeworth, on the same page. Phoenix is a bit behind, though. Oh!
Oh, they'll figure it out. But the prosecutor was the one who actually died.
That's true. What's going on here? I got kind of lost.
Shig said, "It seems Mr. Wright has been a bit too eager to jump to conclusions."
Wait, I remember now. I remember everything.
Witness?
Mr. Edgeworth,
What is it, Dragon?
could you show me your evidence list again, please?
His list? The one with that picture scribbled on the back.
I knew it. This picture. I'm the one who drew it.
Okay.
What?
You drew that?
That's right. The list wasn't torn in half at the time I drew this picture. All this time, I've been trying so hard to forget.
Was the Blue Badger actually outside the window?
No.
We hope you enjoyed watching this episode of the Arcade Cabinet.
Join us. We're live 9 p.m. Eastern, Twitch, and YouTube.
If you like what you've seen so far, consider giving us a like and subscribe for more content and chaos.
See you next time.
And Meowth, that's right.
No.